What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today, we are going to be scraping Pima County, and not going to lie, they had us in the first half, but persevered, we got it done. So, hats off to Pima County. This was a good challenge. I thought it was going to be a lot easier, but they had some little tricks up their sleeve. So, anyway, we're going to go over it all right now, how to scrape Pima County. So, for example, if you want 10th, let's just say 10th Avenue, you can obviously scrape all of these things. And then they give you a ton of information in the parcel detail. And the best news is that this is all JSON, so it is extremely easy to work with. The problem is just getting the JSON. So the search is actually not too bad. Let's see here. So we're gonna first open up our console here and check out the network traffic. So the first thing that I was thinking was, okay, let's go to address, and then where are they getting, this drop-down menu from? So it turns out they're getting it from all streets. And just like the API says, it gives you all of the streets. So thank you very much. So in order to get all of the parcels, I was going to go to their open data site and find all the parcels there, but they just give you all the streets. So then obviously you're going to enter all of the streets one by one, search all of the streets one by one until you get all of the parcels. So thank you. And I just want to point something out as well. This will come into effect later, but there are there's no ASP.NET, there's no cookies here. Okay, there is now, but there wasn't. So if you refresh, if you go on a new incognito, then there are not going to be any cookies. If I all refresh, 0 cookies. So that's going to come into play later. Anyway, so that's how they get all of the, we're going to do fetch, all of the streets, perfect. Then address here, this one's obviously a fetch request, and then thank God they return JSON. So the payload, and this is TS timestamp, obviously with 16.8, that's timestamp, which is just new date and JavaScript. So with the payload, the query 10th Avenue, perfect, and then gives you just a bunch of JSON. Awesome. Then say we click on one of these items, then this has get parcel with the payload of the parcel number, beautiful, and gets the data. So I was thinking it would be that easy, but it is not that easy just to copy all of those requests and change out the payload. So the first problem was, let's see, so you get all the streets. So we get all of the streets. That doesn't require any cookies or anything. And so to get all the streets, we just copy as node fetch, no problem, and then paste. Boom. Yeah, so that's easy. We get all of the streets. We can log that out. Yeah, I'll log it out there anyway. And then, so to get search results, my thinking was, let's do 10th Street. Okay, yeah, we're just going to copy as node fetch. The problem with that is that it was, so if we copy as node fetch and then you paste here, and then in the payload, you just replace the street. The problem with that is that it's going off of, this is ASP.NET, and ASP.NET is going to keep track of the state of the application of your searches and stuff, and irregardless of what you pass here. So I was passing street, and we could probably do this right now, possibly. do 12th though. And for some reason they fire it twice. So if we just paste this and then run it. So the first one is 10th. But as you, oh yeah, I can see it's freaking out too. So my search here on the script is running for 10th Avenue. But because this cookie is here, where's this cookie? Yeah, because the cookie is right here, this ASP.NET session ID. Then it still thinks that I'm searching 12th because that's this session right here. It thinks I'm on this session. So now if we run it, let's go. So yeah, that is working because we got to get a new cookie. Now normally, how I get a cookie is I just make a request to this page and then get the cookies from that page. But they are a little bit smart, Pima County, and they don't return a cookie as soon as you start a new session on the page, as soon as you hit that page. So where they get the cookie is in this check address, and you can see that. Oh, and they have the request verification token, which I think I need that as well. But the cookie right here, boom. So that only shows up when you have check address. So that check address, yeah, it doesn't happen here. It happens. Okay, right there. So before get search results. And like I said before, for some reason, they're firing off 2 requests for all of this, which is dumb. So that's what you need to call to get the cookie. So we have get cookie here. And yeah, so we just check address, call check address. So copy as node fetch. And then you just have to replace the street in the body. So this body, they're just making a post request. And yeah, the name, you just change it to the street. And then I might need to get another request verification token. I haven't tried, or this hasn't been tried over days. I just did this today. So now that that works, then you need to get the parcel. You need to go into the individual parcels. So when we click on this, then yeah, you need to get this. Now, if you just try to copy as node fetch, that's also not going to work because I already tried it. So that call is right here, get parcel. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's going to work. Let's try. Oh, yeah, because you need that anti-forgery token. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with that. So I had to kind of reverse engineer what they were doing to get that stuff. Because as you can see when you click on it, they don't send you to a page. There's no like parcel ID. There's no query parameters and then the parcel ID, whatever that is. So if there's no query parameters, then when you click on it, yeah, what is that? That's happening when you click on it. So I come here and I see, okay, ng-click select search results. So there's some, and it passes in the parcel and then the tax year. So I want to find out this function, what's happening in that function. So I did that by coming here, refreshing the page, and then just going through all of these different things. I first thought, because it's normally just in the main page, but you search that and it'll just give you all those individual items. So then I'm going to come down to home right here, and then voila, it's right there. So this is just getting rid of the modal. But then they make a GET request to the root URL, which is asr.pima.gov / this and the date now. And so, right, that's just JavaScript. So you can just copy that and then boom. If success, then they change the location, which I don't need to change. So that's perfect. So I do all of that here, blah, 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 blah. And I pass in the cookie that I got previously from check address, I think it was. Then they are tricky. So here in the get parcel, they have a request verification token. So then I need to go to get that request verification token. I need to visit this page and then parse the HTML for that request verification token. So, let's see, what did they call it? Anti-forgery token. So then this HTML gets returned. So you just have to find the ID. So I use Cheerio to parse the HTML and yeah, just get the anti-forgery token value and then just pass that to, and now finally we get to the get parcel. So pass that to get parcel. So this is their request verification token. You pass the anti-forgery token along with the cookie and then in the body, the parcel number, and then voila, finally we get it. So you can see it in action here. Getting all of the streets, and then here's the search results, and then the individual results right here. It just keeps rolling through. Boom. And then I have a final one here. This is for the first two things. Boom. You can see the different taxpayers, parcel owners, the different addresses. Boom. Boom, boom. So that's everything. So yeah, ASP.NET, you might need request verification tokens, session IDs like cookies, and a couple of different calls in order to get the data that you want and to use the APIs. So if you need anything else scraped, if you want data from Pima County, then hit me up. Adrian at countypropertydata.com. This is my website, countypropertydata.com. And if you need any other county scraped, and you can even, from Pima County, you can get delinquent taxes. I haven't scraped them, but yeah, it looks pretty decently easy, but I said that last time. But yeah, you can get delinquent taxes, tax information from the different parcels. So if you need that scraped or any other county, then hit me up, set up a meeting, and happy to do that for you. Taking clients right now for scraping, getting property data. All right, thanks.